And gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now today we have a very special video and we'll get to the reason why it's special in just a moment. But as we know, Halloween is just around the corner, and of course with Halloween it does bring the Halloween tanks. Now one of the original Halloween tanks is this tank right here, the Dracula, which we are going to be playing and talking about today. Now the Dracula is not one of the best tanks. I admit, stat wise it isn't one of the best, but to be sure, this tank is one of the most fun tanks in the game to play. When it was first released, it was considered OP along with the Helsing, and the best thing about it, that when this was released, you could get it for absolutely nothing. It was just an event, easy to do, and you could get this tank for absolutely free. You guys can do that as well. You guys, or at least two of you guys, can get this tank for absolutely nothing, because we are giving away 2 Draculas. Yes, we are going to give away 2 Draculas in this video. So all you need to do is you need to enter your in-game name, your player ID, which you will find on the settings, and the server that you play on. That is all you need to do. Of course, you can only enter one time, and the most important rule, you need to be a subscriber of the channel. So 2 of these to give away to 2 of you lucky people. And honestly, as I've said, the Dracula is not the best tanks going by the stats, but it is one of the most fun tanks in the game to play, and it's always been like that, especially if you can double them up. Like 2 of these in a platoon is mega fun. So first thing, let's look at the stats, and then we will look at just a game that I played, which is actually a pretty good game, but I messed up completely, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about why I messed up, how I messed up, and what I could have done to even change the complete outcome of this game. So the first things first, the track regenerator. So basically what this is you get tracked, it needs to be destroyed twice. So if you get tracked, you can still move. Yes, you can still move. A destroyed track is restored twice as fast. So basically you get tracked and it I think it's 1 second, and it just does it. It just restores it. So you don't need to use a repair kit, because it restores within sort of 1 second, which is absolutely fantastic. So obviously hit point 1325, armor wise, got no armor whatsoever. You might get a lucky troll bounce, but yeah, not very likely. You have DPM 1988. Now we are running this with calibrated shells, because you come up against those tier 8s, you're not going to be able to pen too much. So yeah, I do run it with the calibrated shells. To be fair, it doesn't make a huge difference because it has APCR as the second round. So you could probably run it with the rammer just to get up higher on that DPM. So you've got a 6.79 seconds reload, penetration 163 on that AP, 249 on your APCR, and 50 on your HE. You've got a 225 alpha gun on the AP, 190 on your APCR, and 270 on your HE. So you don't want to be shooting that APCR that often, because 190 is pretty low. Aim time 3.4, and the gun dispersion 0.353. You do have 10 degrees of gun depression, and of course the top speed of 65 kilometers per hour. So the best thing about this tank obviously is that track, and the fact that it's so fast. It's not the fastest in the game, but it does feel the fastest in the game. The acceleration on this tank is amazing. But let's get into game, because again, I did have a pretty solid game, to be fair. And let's talk about what I actually did wrong and why I did it. So we're going to start off. Let's just fast forward it just a little bit, because nothing really happened. So I have gone the right side. We are on canal, and I've gone the right side with our TVP VTU. Straight off, we only spot the comet. So I'm like, okay, let's rush in, and hopefully we could destroy this guy twice as fast. Now, I've already committed at this point. There is a Ferdinand. So, of course, I'm trying to hide from that Ferdinand. He's not going to look at me. He's going to want to go for the TVP. So I was hoping he would actually stay alive a lot longer than he did, because now I am on my own. So I don't want to stay there. I don't want to be isolated in that corner. But on the other hand, I don't want to run away, because the Comet's just a 2-shot. If I can get a shot there on the Ferdinand, then he's only going to be a couple of shots as well. So I want to reset my camo, but I don't want to run away. I know as a player, you know, I'm not a great player nowadays, but I know I can comfortably deal with these two quite easily. So yeah, I'm happy to take that 1 shot from the Comet. He does have a low alpha, so I was happy to take that 1 shot just to bring him down to a 1 shot. So of course I want to try and reset my camo, but I know he's there, so of course I did want to poke up and try to get that shot off, but sadly I just missed that. So again, I'm not going to rush in at this point, because I know there is a Ferdinand somewhere, and there he is. So as soon as he is spotted, I know that I can rush around this corner to try to kill the Comet. And as soon as I can kill the Comet, then the Ferdinand is just going to be very, very easy to deal with. So there's the Comet. And of course, I'm going to come around, take care of him, and then I can just then circle this Ferdinand, who now is in a bit of a situation. He could just keep backing up onto that hill, but no, he decided to turn around right in the middle there, so it allowed me to get behind. So far, in my opinion, I played this almost perfectly. I've played this absolutely perfectly. I've taken out 2 tanks to bring it down to a 5 versus 5. Not a problem. I'm going to sit here and cap, because that means we do have 2 capped bases. Now, I'm looking at the enemy. You can see me looking around. I'm like, oh, okay, I need to go to the right side, because I do need to clear that VK4502. He's a 1-shot. There is the T2020 over here as well. That is pretty low hit points, but my first target has to be this guy. But obviously my first shot, yeah, of course it bounces, but I am able to get behind him, just vaguely missing that shot, but I don't manage to get the kill. So at this point I'm like, right, okay, there is now a few tanks around. There's a Caliban, which I don't really want to get in the way with, and there is that Tiger too. So I'm thinking, okay, he's not looking at me. I do have to use the APCR, which means the alpha, I mean 165 alpha, but now I can't get that shot off. I'm going to look elsewhere. Now, what I do here is I'm pushing the T2020, because that Forest Witch is pushing with me. I wanted to really push this guy, but the Caliban is thinking, right, okay, he's dropping down. So that is probably my first mistake there. However, I do get a bounce from that guy. So that really did help, because he packs a nasty shot. So I really want to take care of this guy now, but what I'm doing is being very, very impatient. There is the Eagle up there, so I'm thinking, okay, if I can stay behind, I'm able to get these shots on the Tiger too. But at this point, what I'm not noticing is our tank destroyer over there is actually AFK. If I would have known he was AFK, I would have probably definitely played this a little bit different. But even now, I'm playing it a bit risky. I wanted to chase this Caliban. I didn't expect my guy to die as soon as I start rushing. So, very bad mistake. I should have just run around. I should have just run away. I should have just run away and cap bases. And I probably would have won the game because of the cap. But as soon as I died, I then realised, okay, yeah, this guy is AFK, and it's very frustrating. But you know, it is always frustrating to have an AFK player. But I could have done something differently. I rushed in, and I didn't need to rush in, and that is ultimately why we actually lost. So people will sit there and say, no, you lost because of the AFK. Yeah, okay, we did. But we would have also won the game if I would have played it a bit differently. But nonetheless, you know, 3.7k damage in a Dracula, I still think is a really, really good job. We still managed to get the Mastery badge as well. So overall, I absolutely love the Dracula. It's always been one of my favourite tanks in the game because of how fun it is. So again, you guys can get one of these for nothing. 2 of you are able to get this for free. And again, all you need to do, your in-game name, your player ID, the server that you play on, be subscribed to the channel, and only enter 1 time. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Good luck. I will announce the winner in a week, 7 days. Next Monday, I will announce the winner, or it might be next Sunday. I will announce the winners of this in my community post, so do stay tuned to that. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.